All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. Today I am, excuse me, your host, Maddie. Mary is unavailable today. She got some stuff going on. So we have the honorary Oos, Phil, with us today. Very excited. Thank you so much for coming, Phil. Always a pleasure.
No problem. This is going to be absolutely awesome talking about SummerSlam, baby. Let's do this thing.
Oh,
Let's go.
yeah. We're ready to talk some SummerSlam predictions, some match predictions, because I feel like not all of the matches have been announced. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We're going to find out, but...
We got about 8 matches as of right now, and I think, honestly, we probably are... It depends, because we're probably going to get at least one more. I'm thinking at least one more, and then that's going to be it for SummerSlam, and 9 matches, I think that's honestly a perfect number. I don't want it to be like 14 matches long, so let's just keep it that way.
Thank you.
I don't want it to be a WrestleMania Part 2 where it's like a one night, 5-hour extravaganza. Don't want that.
Oh,
I already
no.
get that enough with AEW. I don't need that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's AEW's thing. We'll leave that to them.
We'll leave that to TK and his cracked up head.
Oof, yeah. But before we get started, make sure to follow Meet Us in the Ring on Twitter, our TikTok page, our Instagram page. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. You can find me, Maddie, my socials at IZPersephone on TikTok. All my social media links are in the link tree in my TikTok bio. Phil, you want to go ahead and promote your socials?
Yeah. Thank you guys again for allowing me to be here on the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. You guys can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. I don't know how much I use Threads nowadays, but it is _. You see it right there on the nameplate. And yeah, go subscribe to the OTB YouTube channel as well. We will be doing our Monday Night Raw post show tomorrow. And we'll be getting things ready for you guys in gear when it comes to SummerSlam. All over OTB. So thank you guys so much, and let's get right into the show, man. What's up, Switch?
The honorary Oos. That's right. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the SlimJim Battle Royal. I threw this in because, like, why not?
Is this for anything? Did they establish that it's for anything? No? Okay.
I don't think so. I think it was just made last minute for LA Knight, in my
As a consolation prize to LA Knight, considering he's not in the United States Championship match, which is just another story for another day.
A weird choice. Like, a very weird booking choice.
Yeah.
But I assume it's gonna be like LA Knight and then like a bunch of jobbers that never get any time.
Probably. We're getting Sheamus in there because Sheamus had a little bit of a scuffle with LA Knight when the whole thing was announced with Adam Pearce. So honestly, I can see Sheamus being at least one of the final 4 in this thing. Yeah. But this has to be LA Knight. Like, dude, but when we said that about WrestleMania, didn't happen. Yeah. We said that about Money in the Bank, didn't happen. I don't want to say it here for SummerSlam and it not happen, and then just the push just doesn't happen. I'm trying to stay patient with him. I am.
I know.
Or WWE, too. But it's hard. It's hard. But I'm going LA.
Hard because like he's so over. Like you can hear the crowd every time he comes out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So he better at least win this.
Yeah.
That better give him some kind of credibility. I am team LA Knight all the way. And if he loses, I will literally be so angry.
Going LA. Let's go.
All right. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar, number 3.
Number 3. The rubber match, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the rubber match is basically like the end-all, be-all. Like whoever wins this is like top dog kind of thing.
A lot of people are trying to figure out rubber match. Like, what the hell are these guys rubbing? No, stop. Pause. Hold on a second. No. Basically, a rubber match is just it's the final match between between everybody that's a part of the series. Sometimes it's a best of 7, sometimes it's a best of 3, but the rubber match is usually the final thing that ends all be all. Good to go there. And we're finally gonna end this rivalry because let's face it, we don't know why Brock Lesnar still attacked Cody Rhodes. So, I mean, it's up in the air. They don't even know each other. They legitimately have no idea who each other are because they never cross paths.
They have literally. I've been waiting every Monday for Brock to give us a reason why.
Nope.
We still have not gotten that reason
Nope.
why.
And Cody Rhodes even said in one of his backstage promos, or the promo that happened on the stage or whatever, that this is happening for no reason. He legitimately said that. So I'm like, thank you, Cody, for saying something that we already knew.
Saying what we're all thinking.
But get Cody to win here.
Yes.
And move on. At the end of the day, I don't even care about this match at SummerSlam. I really don't. I love Cody, but and you guys know that if you watch my stuff, but I don't care what happens here. Cody needs to win, and then I'm more worried about what happens to him after SummerSlam, because I got no idea what he's doing next. Nothing.
I don't. Maybe he'll feud with like. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're gonna have to do a bunch of filler for Cody if the plan is still Roman and Cody at WrestleMania, which so far it looks like it's a green light. We know how things can change last minute, but so far it's a go. So they're gonna have to do some filler ass shit here, and I don't know. Maybe Grayson Waller feud, LA Knight feud. I don't know. But then again, at the same time, you don't want to have two new stars on the main roster kind of lose a feud. So I don't know what he's gonna do. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. A lot of people are saying that Bray Wyatt could return at SummerSlam, and whoever, Bray Wyatt does go up against, it could be against Cody, because Cody was Bray Wyatt's pro in NXT during the game show days of NXT. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. It's just that Cody Rhodes dealing with puppets, not really kind of my thing.
No.
But I don't know. I just got to figure out what they're doing, because hopefully Cody still is on the trajectory to WrestleMania and that world title.
I hope so. Also, they've been saying Bray Wyatt's going to come back for a year now. Yes. And he's still not back. So I would not be surprised if he does not return. Again.
No. I'm not getting my hopes up on it. I really am not. Because it's just, I want Bray Wyatt to do well, and I want Bray Wyatt to get over what he is going through, because they say it's an injury, but we don't really know that for sure. It's been a very up and down story for Bray, but it's got to be Cody. It's got to be Cody.
My prediction here is Cody Rhodes getting the win. Prayers. There's literally no reason Brock should win here. Absolutely.
And apparently we're still getting a stipulation, but we don't know what the stipulation is yet, because it's legitimately 1 week away. So if you're going to say a stipulation, you got to say it on Raw tomorrow.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
You got to say it on Raw tomorrow, because a lot of people have been saying that it should be a bull rope match or a dog. Cody wanted it to be a dog collar match, but WWE said no. Because,
of course they did.
Well, honestly, I would say no too, because why would I want Brock Lesnar to be tugging at my neck?
Oh my God, yeah, true. No, thank you.
Sorry.
Oh.
Ah! George, no. Get out.
Get out.
Uh-oh.
What the hell? The dog jumped on my bed. Sorry about that.
All good.
I don't even know who that picture was. I don't even know what that picture was. I gotta figure that out.
Moving on to
somebody else's account.
Next match, we got Ricochet versus that blonde YouTuber guy.
Oh, Mr. Logan Paul, do we now? Okay. Actually, I thought this was going to be LA Knight versus Logan Paul. I did. A lot of people actually had this going.
Yeah.
But it's Ricochet. I like Ricochet. I do. But his promos need a lot of work.
That's a thing. People say that, and I agree, but at the same time, I think he's good on the mic. People are acting like he's bad on the mic, and he's not.
He's not bad. It's just that sometimes I think he does come off it's not that he's coming off a little bit disingenuous or whatever, but it's just I think I just need a little bit more confidence in whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes he just doesn't have enough confidence. He says what he's saying, but sometimes I don't feel like he believes in it.
Yeah,
that's my problem with it. But other than that, I think this has been okay for what it was. The build's been fine. We saw that Ricochet over the top spot that he did in NXT against Velveteen Dream. That was something.
Loved that. A nice callback.
Logan said, "See, that was cool," before TikTok, and I'm like, okay, thanks.
I was like, Logan, I would love to see you do that, but you can't. So
thanks, Logan. But yeah, I think this is good here, but you know, Logan Paul has had his fair share of great people in the ring, like to get in the ring with. But this is Ricochet's time. I want Ricochet to win this. I need Ricochet to win this to prove that he is something in this business. And I don't think it's really meant for Logan Paul. I think this is really meant for Ricochet to shine here. I do.
I really hope so. Unfortunately, I can kind of see Logan winning this, considering Ricochet is not like a main event or main card or whatever you want to call it. It would suck if Logan did win, especially if he won clean, because like Ricochet is a workhorse, always there, full time, not some YouTuber guy. So he definitely deserves a win, you know, especially being on the SummerSlam card, which I feel like he hasn't been on in like a while. So I really hope he wins. I guess my prediction here is going to be, it hurts, but I guess it's going to be Logan, because I could see them doing that and then possibly doing another match where Ricochet wins. But I agree that this should be Ricochet's time to shine. SummerSlam is a great place to do it. And God, I really hope he wins.
Yeah. I didn't know that this match was going to be happening, though, at some point down the line during that Rumble spot that they did when they met each other in the middle with the crossbodies. So that I knew was happening. But
yeah, this has been a long time in the making. Yeah.
Yeah. This should be really good, though. And I'm really happy for both of them getting the spot.
I'm happy for Ricochet. That blonde YouTuber guy can go away. But moving on, we next have Shayna Baszler, my queen, versus Ronda Rousey. Wow, I'm actually so excited for this match. I really, really am. And I have a feeling that since Miss Ronda does not plan on being in WWE for much longer, that she is going to go ahead and put over her bestie. I really hope so, because Lord Shayna could really use a good win here.
Sorry, when you said the name Ronda Rousey, I legitimately just drove into a deep sleep. Because she's Ronda Drowsy to me. She's Ronda Drowsy. Like, just get that out of there. Go home, Ronda.
Bye, Ronda. But Shayna, though, that's my girl. That is my number 2 girl. I love her so much. And looks like Phil's a little frozen here, but no problem. Technical difficulties, that's okay. But Shayna Baszler, I feel like we have not seen Shayna in this kind of spotlight. I feel like she's supposed to be the heel in this feud? Sorry. But obviously the crowd is rooting for Shayna, especially when she came out with that line. I think everybody is tired of hearing you try to speak on a microphone. The crowd went nuts. They loved it. They were here for it. I was here for it. I literally was like, technical difficulties. I literally was on a plane coming back to DC from visiting my family, watching Miss Baszler in the sky, literally cheering. That's my girl, my home girl. Loved her since NXT, and I feel like she hasn't really gotten a proper spotlight since NXT, which is so unfair. So unfair. Because let me tell you something. If you don't think Shayna Baszler can wrestle, I highly recommend you go back to NXT and watch her matches with Bianca Belair, with Rhea Ripley, with Io Sky, with Dakota Kai, with Candice LeRae, with Tegan Nox, with all these, Mia Yim, all these women that Shayna has chemistry with. And we're back.
my internet legitimately just cut out on me, so I'm on my phone now.
All good. I was just singing Miss Baszler's praises. Go back and watch those matches because she is so good. And even on the main roster, Shayna's had some good matches. She just hasn't had the proper push that she deserves. And I really hope that her beating Ronda Rousey will send her in that direction.
For sure. What I was saying before my internet just, said, Phil, you're not going to stream today. I hope that this is going to be Shayna's moment. Like, this has to be Shayna's moment because Ronda, you can legitimately tell during this run that she just simply has not cared. It's legitimately right there in front of people's faces, and some people are just blind to the fact that she just doesn't care. And it's, not even my personal dishatred towards Ronda Rousey. It's just you see it on the screen, and you can just tell. The facial expressions are there. The in-ring prowess is not what it should be at this point in time. For Ronda Rousey standards, at least. And not there. But Shayna needs this win here. I really want Shayna to win this year because it's her time. It really is her time. And she should have had her time a long time ago when she was on the main roster. So if this isn't it, I don't know what is.
That's as Eric Douglas is saying, I completely agree. She absolutely should have won the Raw Women's title from Becky Lynch. Becky even wanted her to win, and it didn't happen. It should have happened. Shayna should be a multiple-time women's champion by now. I'm at least glad she got to hold the tag titles 3 times, but
when she dominated the chamber, I was like, thank you. Let's go. Let's continue doing this. And then WrestleMania happened, and Becky wanted it. Said, no, pal. No.
Junior's here. Junior's here. What's up, Junior?
Hey. Going on.
But
Shayna.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is Ronda's farewell, and she's saying, this is my girl. I know how talented she is, and she deserves that spotlight, so I'm going to put her over. I don't necessarily see, like, Ronda tapping out to Shayna or anything. That would be bananas. Sorry, there's some angry people out in the city.
Apparently that person is bananas.
Yeah, that person is with me. But perhaps she goes to sleep in the Kirifuda. I could see that. That would at least make sense. That might make her look, a little stronger. But I don't see Ronda tapping out here at all.
So what is being rumored right now, because they've put emphasis on the word fight as of late during their backstage promos. WWE is preparing for an MMA style matchup between these two because of their backgrounds. So we could be seeing some sort of a submission or even a knockout type of a deal because of their backgrounds. So it could be a fight pit. It could just be, whatever kind of like MMA, rulings could be happening, but prepare for an actual fight at SummerSlam between the two. It's going to be great.
I'm very excited to see what their chemistry is like, since Shayna helped Ronda train for WWE. They've helped each other, so they must have some kind of, they know how each other works, and I think that's going to lead to good chemistry. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be like a match of the night contender or anything, but it's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Shayna on the SummerSlam card. Thank you, Ronda, for getting her there. Not going to lie. But even Ronda knows she deserves it. And this is her time to shine. She better win, or I will cry.
I'll probably be right there with you.
Right. So my prediction here is Miss Shayna Baszler.
Shayna all the way.
Moving on to our championship matches. First up, we have the Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, this is a tough one to predict here.
Yeah, this one's actually tough because we all know that Drew just got back to WWE. There were a lot of rumors going around about his contract status. What is his contract status? And Triple H and Drew McIntyre have said on multiple occasions that they were just laughing at the reports because, just reports are just
wild. Like, AEW who? Oh, not going there.
Wilding out nowadays. I would have loved it if he showed up at Wembley, but it was not going to happen. I did not believe in that for a second. But with that all being said, Gunther is on a hell of a run with the Intercontinental Championship. He has made this championship look hell of a lot more important than honestly any other title out there. We're not even talking about the U.S. title at this point because that's irrelevant. Sorry, Axel, but it's true. So this Intercontinental Championship match is going to be great. This is going to be a match of the night contender for sure.
Yes.
A lot of people are saying that since Drew McIntyre is back in WWE, give him the title and let's see what he can do with it. But I want Gunther to retain here. I think Gunther is most likely going to retain here because he is so close to that number 1 spot in the Intercontinental Championship rankings for longest reign. Gotta do it, man. Gotta get Gunther to be the longest reigning champion of all time.
I am okay with it. He has brought back such prestige to that title. Nobody gave a damn about that title. And then they brought him up, had him beat Ricochet, and what was a very good match for that title. And since then, it's been, I don't know if it's, can't remember if it's been featured on every single pay-per-view, which it doesn't have to be, but it's been very prominently featured back-to-back pay-per-views, back-to-back SmackDowns, Monday Night Raws. He's coming out. He's cutting promos. He's got Giovanni Vinci. He's got Ludwig Kaiser, who, unlike Roman Reigns, he doesn't need them to win his matches. Just saying. And he's put on some of the greatest wrestling matches we've ever seen. Like Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus at WrestleMania was in my favorite match of that entire WrestleMania because it was so good. And I just know, as you said, Phil, this is going to be a match of the night contender, if not the match of the night.
Yeah.
As far as who wins, it's probably going to be Gunther. But at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if we see a Drew McIntyre victory here.
I wouldn't mind Drew. I wouldn't mind Drew at all. I love Drew. But I think he needs... I think the babyface run of Drew McIntyre is gone and over with. I need him to turn heel. Point. I think it's time. I think we're all ready for it. And this whole thing about him having the sword and, hurrah, and like you just getting things just in gear when it comes to him just being a babyface, it's not working with me anymore.
No.
Give him some kind of edge and get him that heel run that we need for him.
Absolutely.
But he's wrestling against Gunther, so I mean, Gunther's obviously heel enough as it gets.
Two amazing wrestlers that we've already seen them wrestle before, and so we basically know what to expect. A banger, period. So I guess I'm going to go with Gunther here. I definitely see Gunther winning, but it's not a confident prediction. Like, Drew definitely could win, in which case, what's next for Gunther? Probably that world title picture.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Junior says, I'm going to need the Scottish psychopath back. That would be amazing. I would love that.
Not the one where he was paired up with Dolph Ziggler, though. That one was kind of a little bit shaky. No offense to Dolph Ziggler fans, but that tag team did not...
Renee, cover your ears.
It didn't really hit as much. Didn't really hit as much as I thought it should have been.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, next up, this is not confirmed, but we have the Women's World title, Rhea Ripley versus who? I do think that Rhea is going to get a match, and my prediction is that it's going to be against Miss Raquel Rodriguez. We're having more technical difficulties here. Okay, no worries. I feel like there's always some kind of technical difficulty going on this show. It's so iconic at this point. Like, if you come on this show, you have to have technical difficulties. Oh, we're back. Perfect. Okay.
I got no idea what's happening here. Sorry about all this.
It's all good. But my prediction here, if Rhea does get a match defending her title, I do believe it will be against Miss Raquel Rodriguez.
Yes.
As she recently is responsible, Rhea, for Liv's injury, supposedly part of the storyline, although Liv actually is injured, so Raquel is most likely going to be pissed and want some revenge for her partner, and they've been building up a little, storyline mashup between Raquel and Liv, them getting in Rhea's business, Rhea getting in their business, so I think this match could happen for sure.
Yeah, I got no idea what they're doing with the Rollins Championship and Rhea Ripley, because she won the championship against Charlotte at WrestleMania, looked it was going to be good, and then all of a sudden they just haven't done anything with her. They did everything with Natalya. That whole Natalya thing happened. don't want to get into that because
That was
there was
rough.
a lot of things going on there. And then it was just this whole thing between Raquel and Liv. And then they lost the tag team championships because, let's face it, there is really no other contenders for this championship besides these two. And they just lost it because of that reason. Then Liv got hurt. Then Raquel got hurt. And then they're like, all right, what are they going to do now? And we are just stuck. So
We are.
if it happens, it happens. But Rhea Ripley's most likely retaining this thing until WrestleMania.
I agree with Nick. I think Rhea deserves to be on the card. A lot of people are blaming Rhea. It's so irritating to me how sometimes wrestling fans will blame the wrestlers for the bookings of their titles reigns. Like, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure they're not the ones backstage booking their own reigns. Like, no.
It's not their fault.
It's not. And Rhea she put on a women's match of the year, not even just women's, a match of the year contender with Miss Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. God, that match was so good.
So good.
It took a while, but
we finally
got a good match out of her and Natalya. Their match on Raw was really good. Her match with Zelina could have been better. It was too short for my liking, but it was what it was. Rhea definitely deserves to be on the card. She's a good wrestler. I understand she's getting a lot of heat right now for her reign, which, it's not the greatest so far. Especially, it's not what you would normally expect from Rhea Ripley. She's literally Rhea. Like, come on. So hopefully she does get booked on the SummerSlam card. It would be a really stupid decision not to do that. Whether it's against Raquel or whoever, I don't know. I mean, Rhea versus... It could be... It's most likely if Rhea is defending, it's going to be against Raquel. I don't see anyone else. But, which should be a good match. I think both ladies are great wrestlers. So
back to their days of NXT. I think it was Rhea Ripley that beat Raquel on her way to the main roster. Or it was the other way around. Raquel beat Rhea. Whatever way. It was their way in NXT, and that was their final match before one of those two got called up. So go back to the NXT days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she could be one of the best champions if they book her right. And hopefully, after this, they get that done.
We'll start switching around. Yeah. But moving on to our next women's title, the WWE women's title between the women's champion Asuka, my queen Bianca Belair, and Miss Charlotte Flair. This is another match of the night contender for me.
Yes, this is going to be really good. I'm not too confident in Asuka here. I love Asuka, but I'm not too confident that she's winning this championship. I actually have Charlotte winning this thing, and I don't like that. But
I actually do have Asuka. I feel like the anger and animosity, or at least the little rivalry that Bianca and Charlotte have between just them, is going to play a big factor in Asuka escaping with the victory.
That could actually happen now that you said that. Yeah. It's going to be really tough to see how they actually try to, book this triple threat to see how it all plays out, because you are right in saying it's this whole Charlotte and Bianca Belair feud between those two just in themselves is really the big focal point of this triple threat. And then there's just Asuka in the weeds here, just saying, "Oh yeah, this is just for my title here." They had a tag team match on that Friday Night SmackDown. I really did not like that at all.
It was alright,
tag team match, but we'll see where it goes. I got Charlotte winning here because they just want her to beat her dad's record so bad. But at the end of the day, I still have it being Charlotte versus Bianca at WrestleMania for the championship. That's what I see. That's just what I see. So that's why I see Charlotte winning here.
I definitely think we're getting Bianca versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. Whether or not it's for a title, I'm not sure. It could just be a match between the two girlies, in which case, obviously, Bianca should win because, duh, why wouldn't she? She's
Bianca
should
win regardless, even if it is for a championship, because that'll mean all 4 horsewomen done by her.
By clean pin. I do think Asuka will retain here because they're definitely setting up some, future feud rivalry with Io, Miss Money in the Bank. that might play a part in this match. We could see a failed cash-in. We could see a successful cash-in. Either way, I don't see Io holding the title at SummerSlam, if at all, anytime soon. I won't be mad if she wins the title. I won't, because Lord, I love her, especially if she takes it off Charlotte.
I love Io, so that would be fine. But Bayley's going to be involved in some way, shape, or form when it comes to the cash-in. There's going to be something, and then that's when I think Damage Control is officially done and over with. But
which should have happened a long time ago.
A long time ago. But I don't know. And then poor Dakota, she's just, waiting for this thing to happen, and it's just, But I know you don't really like Dakota all that much, but Dakota, she's just on the wayside. She's just on the wayside trying to figure out what's going on.
I mean, I'm not happy that she's injured. That sucks. Like, she, poor girl. I hope, she got a good recovery. She'll be back soon. But yeah, not a Dakota bit. But either way, I do have Asuka retaining here. I think the headstrong battle between Bianca and Charlotte will be the deciding factor that allows Asuka to escape with her title once again. Hopefully, my girl does not get pinned because she does not deserve that.
That's what I was going to say, because I'm like, you have Asuka winning here, and Bianca Belair definitely should not get pinned right now, and Charlotte Flair getting pinned, like that ever happens. So, how do you see this playing out? I mean, obviously they were not going to tap out either, because you wouldn't want any of those guys to tap out. It's going to be interesting.
The way I see it is maybe there's some kind of like what happened this past Friday with Bianca and Charlotte. Bianca was going to go for the KOD. Charlotte did the big boot, and Bianca was like, what the hell? They were squabbling. I could see that happening, and then Asuka sneaking in for the roll-up, rolling up Charlotte maybe. It's like, oh, what? Something like that. But either way, my mama should not be getting pinned. She is too good. She has beaten Asuka clean like 3 times already. She does not deserve to get pinned. So Charlotte should get pinned if Asuka retains, which I don't, as huge of a Bianca fan as I am, I don't think she should win the title here. Let Asuka have her run. Bianca can hold another title, hopefully at WrestleMania next year. That would be great.
There you go. I'm all for it. Just gotta figure out how they book.
Charlotte gets pinned calling it. I hope so.
Junior, you're going to be my guy if that happens. If you're on TikTok, I'll legitimately follow you back if I don't already. Like, seriously. Please call that.
Everybody go follow Junior. Moving on to the World Heavyweight title between Seth freaking Rollins and Finn Balor. This is going to be good. I'm so sorry, Seth fans. I want Finn to win so badly.
Same. Thank you. Okay, good.
I could not think of somebody who deserves it more. I'm so tired of seeing Finn misused on the main roster. Has not held a world title since he lost it after holding it for a day. Yeah. So if anybody wins, or if anybody should dethrone Seth, it should be Finn. And I really hope it is. And I really hope that if Finn does win, they don't do him dirty and have Damian cash in like 5 minutes later, because that would
kind of what I see happening. That's kind of what I see happening. And it's nothing against Finn. It's nothing against Finn at all. But first of all, Finn definitely should win this year. I think Seth was a good first choice for this world championship, but at the end of the day, you said you were going to defend this championship like Roman hasn't. And let's be real, you really haven't. You've only defended it twice. So? You really only defended it twice. And not on on Monday Night Raw or pay-per-views. You did that against Damian Priest on Raw. And then I think it was
Dom.
It was Dom? Okay, then it was Dom. So then those two, it's nothing against Seth, and I love Seth. I think Seth is absolutely fantastic, but I think this is Finn Balor's time to finally get a championship that he's been wanting for 7 years. But there is this factor of Damian Priest, and Damian Priest holding the Money in the Bank, that he has a legit shot to win this championship here. I don't think anybody really has really thought about that right now, but Damian could cash in on a vulnerable Seth, defend it on NXT too. Against Braun.
Great match.
Yes, that was a really good match, honestly. And I think Braun Breaker should be up on the main roster by now, but that's another story for another day. So Damian Priest could cash in on Seth Rollins, win a world championship, or he can cash in on his former brother in Finn Balor and win a world championship. He has a legit shot of winning a world title here. And not a lot of people actually think that, but I want a whole Judgment Day holding championships here, or at least some sort of championship glory. Rhea with the world title, Dominic. I personally don't like Dominic as an NXT North American champion, but it's okay.
I kind of love it, but I also want to see Mustafa Ali with that title. So,
I mean, it's okay for right now, but hopefully in about 20 minutes when Battleground happen, not Battleground. What the hell? Great American Bash. Great American Bash happens. Great American Bash happens. I think that's going to be a great triple threat. But having a visual of just everybody in Judgment Day holding something is going to be great to see. And having Dominic and Rhea Ripley having to keep Finn and Damian from not going at each other's throats because Mr. Money in the Bank and new World Heavyweight Champion, that's going to be great television. And that's going to be great for the last summer months here. So it's going to be great. I want Finn Balor to win this year.
I agree with Nick. I like you can have Damian cash in on literally anybody but Finn. Like, I want Finn to hold the title for at least, like, give him like 2 months at least, okay? Give him like 2 months. Don't give him a day, a week, a month. No. He needs longer than that.
Okay, so let's actually figure this out here with Damian Priest, because there's really not much for him. Well, there is a lot of stuff for him to cash in on, but you're not cashing in against Roman. You're just not. That's not happening. You're losing at that point. I don't want to see him cash in on the United States Championship. That's not what it's for. I don't
and he's already held it and had a pretty good run with it. There's no reason.
I don't understand the fact of like them saying, "Oh yeah, you can cash in for any championship." No, that's not what this is for. I don't want him to cash in on the Intercontinental title, because the Intercontinental Championship, it's great, but whoever beats Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, I want to see how they book the title after Gunther. So it could be Damian, and Damian can have a good run with it, but that's not really going to work out. And then the World Heavyweight Championship, that's what it should be for. But who knows if he's going to cash in successfully or not. This Money in the Bank, while it's great for Damian, it could be the lowest of lows for him too, if he loses this thing. I don't know where he can cash in and when.
As Junior says, there is a lot of unpredictability here at SummerSlam. Like, we can see,
I like that, but it's weird. Like, it's a weird thing to feel. It's a weird thing to feel knowing. I love not knowing stuff, right? I don't like usually not like. I don't look into the dirt sheets and say, all right, this is happening. Great, here we go. I want to be surprised. But sometimes as fans, and we actually see these things unfold on television, we want to just guess what's happening next. And when we don't get that, don't get ability to try that. It's just like, give us more, but we can't. So it's going to be great, though. I think this is going to be really good. And their other matches that they have had between these two have been great. So let's just see what they go.
I'm very excited for... Please let Finn Balor win. Oh my God, please. I'd let him be a champion. Give him at least like 3 good title defenses and then have Damian cash in, whatever. Are they going to do that? Yeah, probably not, but you never know.
Damian Priest cashes in 24-second title reign for Finn Balor. That would be terrible, but I've seen that going around, and I don't want that, but that would be interesting for the kick out of whoever it is for Judgment Day.
But my prediction here, I'm officially going to go with Finn Balor here.
And Balor, yes.
And last but certainly not least, my nose is very itchy, we have the undisputed WWE Universal title between the Tribal Chump Roman Reigns and the main event new Tribal Chief, soon to be Jey Uso. This is going to be crazy.
This is for Jey.
This is for Jey. This is for Roman. I think it's very obvious that Roman is going to win here. How it's going to be done, I don't know. Solo, perhaps. Oh wait, no, he said nobody don't they have a rule where like nobody can be on the outskirts or some shit?
Do you really believe that that's actually going to happen, though?
Yeah.
Like, do you really believe nobody's going to be interfering? I mean, come on, people. Let's be real with ourselves. Any time that there is some sort of stipulation of like this kind of a deal where nobody's allowed to come out, people come out anyways. So whether that's Solo Sikoa, whether that's Jimmy Uso, whether that's Paul Heyman himself, or whether it's just a random new member of the Bloodline, because remember, the Bloodline story can never end because there's like a million cousins in this family. Something's happening here. Jey Uso is going to get screwed. He is going to become very close. He's going to come very close to winning this championship, but it's not happening. And I think like it's going to be a great match. It really will be. Whatever you think about Roman Reigns, whether you like him, whether you don't like him, the matches that he's had are story driven beyond belief, and they are great matches.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to Jey Uso, what happens to him afterwards? I don't know.
No idea.
My power just went out for like 2 seconds and came back
Yeah,
on.
I saw that. That was freaky.
So, Bray Wyatt, don't be messing with me here, bro. I want you to come back, but don't do that. But I just think that when it comes to Jey Uso, he wouldn't be like, and this is gonna sound really bad, but like him being a world champion, is that gonna like really mean like he's gonna be like on all the promotional posters and like really like do that kind of a thing? It's nothing against Jey, but he's just not that kind of a guy.
No.
Like whoever beats Roman is going to be the guy. I just don't think it's gonna be Jey.
No, I don't think so either. And I don't think it should be.
Yeah. We all know who I think it should be, but a lot of people actually don't even have who I have even winning anything remotely beyond anything else after this Brock Lesnar thing. So there you go. There's a spoiler for you, but but it's going to be a great match. Roman's retaining. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, and it's just going to be a great match. Do we see somebody interfering though? Yes, somebody's interfering.
It could be. I agree with you, Eric. The plan is still for me to beat Roman at WrestleMania 40 in my home city, bitch. I'm a Philadelphia native. That's where I'm gonna win. I am so delusional.
I'll be right next to Michael Cole calling the action. Going to be a great thing. Have you ever seen Maddie's 450 splash? Maddie's 450 splash is beautiful. Get it going.
So
girl.
iconic. Like it's the greatest thing ever. I just haven't shown it yet because I don't want to make all the wrestlers feel bad. You know. So.
See, busting it out for Mania.
Oh,
I'm gonna die.
Boom!
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die. Here. Boom!
Help me! Help. No, but it's gonna be great here.
I think the interferer, Solo Sikoa, as I like to call him, will somehow play a part in this. Somebody says, or Junior says that Jimmy will come back and help out. It could happen, but either way, I don't think that's going to lead to a Jey victory.
There's a lot of people saying that Jimmy is turning on Jey at SummerSlam, and I'm
happening.
Like, why? Why would you break up the greatest tag team out there in WWE? And I say in WWE, but
in all wrestling, period.
FTR is something to look at.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Okay. But, one of. We'll go with one.
Those are the top two for sure. But it's definitely just I don't understand why people want Jimmy to turn on Jey, because that would just completely turn things like around and like we're gonna be back to square one.
We would be taking like 50 steps back in time. It would be so ridiculous. So, I know that the Usos eventually want to face each other.
Yes.
But I don't think that should happen until like after Roman is officially no longer the champion, you know?
Right.
Finish out this storyline first before starting another one.
They want that match at WrestleMania, but I don't think it's going to be happening at 40. It's not time yet. It's not time
No.
yet to do that. And yes, there's a lot of blood boiling between those two brothers, and it's not just because it's family, but it's because of a lot of other things that happen within the course of their careers. You can do a lot of stuff with the Jimmy versus Jay feud, but it's not
Mhm.
right now.
No, definitely not.
So it's gonna be good
But-
though.
Yeah.
Roman
So-
wins.
Roman is definitely winning, of course. Gonna see some kind of interference because why? How else would Roman win? You know, it's not a Roman match unless there's interference.
Do we see an elder? Interfere.
Well,
Well, not interfere, but
perhaps.
get in there. See,
I'm seeing
Ricochet,
some people saying
Rikishi,
that stuff.
Dwayne. I don't even call him The Rock. I just call him Dwayne.
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 The Battle Royal Junior, we both have
Should be cool.
LA Knight winning that. The Slim Jim Battle Royal.
I remember when didn't they do like a Pizza Hut Battle Royal like a few months ago, and like the winner got like a year worth of Pizza Hut pizza or something like that. I think that's what they're getting here. I think they're just getting here with a Slim Jim. Slap it to a Slim Jim.
I would not want a year supply
yeah.
of Slim Jims. That is gross.
I don't even like them. They're like disgusting to me, but it's just weird.
As you should. Yeah. Yeah, LA Knight
Yeah.
should win.
Yeah.
But that is all the matches. We have
That's
about 12 minutes. I know, we did go through that pretty quickly.
Yeah, that is pretty quick.
Y'all already did Ricochet versus Logan should not win. That blonde YouTuber guy should go back to doing what it is he does best, and that is staying off my television and computer screen.
I wouldn't be shocked if Logan wins Junior, but I do have Ricochet. I do.
Ricochet should win. I'm tired of him being so like undermined. This is fine. He's finally on the SummerSlam card. Don't tell me you're gonna have him lose to some dumbass YouTuber who likes to film dead bodies. Like, please give. I can't. I'm so sorry.
Well, we have.
Why
the
should
few
Logan
extra,
lose? There's no
minutes here.
reason. Let me give you some reasons, Junior. One, Logan is not a wrestler. Logan is not a wrestler. Two, Ricochet is a full-time workhorse, there every week, kicking ass, putting on amazing matches. Three, Ricochet has not had a good solid feud for a while in which he has won. Four, the crowd deserves to get behind Ricochet. He deserves it. And five, Logan Paul filled the dead body. What makes you think he should win anything besides the Loser of the Year award and maybe some handcuffs? That one was for you, Mary.
Yeah, that was bad.
Tired
was
of part-timers winning. Exactly, Switch.
but-
No part-time. Ricochet should win. There's no reason Ricochet should lose here. You can't type out all the Oh, well, that's because there are none, Junior. I love you, Junior, but I'm sorry, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Junior, you're an OG of the channel, man. Of course, it's gonna be all love here between us, but it's not what he needs. It really isn't. We've seen a lot of great stuff from him in the past when it comes to matches, sure, but it's not his time to win this here.
No.
Give it to Ricochet. You're good to go. But while we actually do have the extra minutes here, I do want to get your thoughts on this whole because the United States Championship match between Santos and Austin Theory. My bad.
He said
That
who?
wasn't even actually like supposed to be a joke. I legitimately forgot who
Holy
the United States champion was at that point.
We all did.
That wasn't even supposed to be a joke, Axel. I know you're probably gonna call me after this, but
Oh yeah,
but it's
he's
true.
so mad.
But like it's happening on the SmackDown after SummerSlam, which I think is just absolutely bonkers. I thought you were at least gonna do it this SmackDown before SummerSlam. That way you can like build the SummerSlam stuff a little bit. But it should be LA Knight in the spot. We all know this. But I'm really hoping Santos actually wins the championship here. I do. I want
do
Santos to
too.
win this.
I don't understand why they like went through all this trouble to have like this tournament just for it to not happen at SummerSlam. It's kind of stupid to me.
Yeah.
I would love to see Santos win the title. Because, you know, he's new to the main roster. A title for him would be great for the LWO. And also, Austin Theory is boring. So
He hasn't done anything with the championship since WrestleMania, and nobody can really dispute any of us on that. So it's just He's just holding it. He's just
The
holding
first
it
run-
until it's just dead.
The first run with the title was pretty good. I liked it. The second run, literally, we're forgetting who the champion is. We don't remember.
He's held the title since November of last year. That's Survivor Series War Games, guys. Like, this
Wow.
is not like like
That feels like forever ago.
yes. It's like,
Crazy.
what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then we were supposed to get a tag team championship match between
Yes.
Sammy and KO versus Damian and Dom, but Kevin got injured. And now he has some fractured ribs or broken ribs or whatever it is. Something to do with the actual ribs. And it sucks. I've had rib injuries before, and you can't breathe. So obviously he's just taking the time off to heal up, because those usually take about 6 to 8 weeks to come back. Do you see them not retaining, but relinquishing the titles because of this?
Oh God, I hope not. I really hope not.
I don't want it to happen, but we've seen people relinquish titles for less.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't, because we were supposed to get a tag team title match. It was actually supposed to happen on Monday. We were gonna get a tag team championship match on Monday, and the original plan was to have the United States Championship match on the Friday before SummerSlam, but they moved it up a week. So I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen, but SummerSlam week is upon us. That's just what it is.
And I'm excited and I'm ready, and I hope that most of my predictions are correct.
I think we're on a pretty good run here when it comes to predictions here.
Hell yeah.
Sorry people for wanting us to disagree on almost everything here. We do have a lot of the same opinions here, but it's really just because we just see the things happening on television and we see where things lie. Plus Maddie and I, like, we've been talking almost every day since the SummerSlam build, and it's been great.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
So it is what it is, people. But should be great. SummerSlam is going to be a great card. And in 5 minutes, we got NXT Great American Bash.
American Bash. We are 5 minutes away, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with Phil and I, the honorary oos of the Meet in the Ring podcast. Make sure to send your love to Mary, too, because she wasn't here this week. She will be back next week. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. Subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. We go live on, right now we're trying out different times, but I'm really liking the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. If you like it, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know. Follow me, Maddie, at IZPersephone on TikTok. You can find all my social media links in the link tree in my TikTok bio. Phil, I'll let you send us home.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining us right here on the Meet in the Ring podcast. I'm getting so much better at this. Let's go. Love you guys. Love you, Junior. Love you, everybody that's in the chat right now. You guys are absolutely awesome being in the chat as we talk all things wrestling. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at PhillyMatt_. It is right there for you guys on that name tag, and follow us over on OTB. Outside the Brand is my personal podcast and everything like that, where we do Monday Night Raw reviews, Wednesday's Dynamite reviews, Saturday Collision reviews, and Friday Night SmackDown reviews. Don't give a shit about Rampage, because Rampage is like only an hour and it's taped, and who cares?
No one cares.
But we will be doing, you know what, because NXT Great American Bash is going to be such a great show, I'll be making a StreamYard right now. We'll be doing an NXT Great American Bash review. So you want to come on over, hit us up over at OTB. We'll get you on going and get you guys just talking about Great American Bash after the show goes off the air. So thank you guys.
Oh, the
Bray
Undertaker
Wyatt.
says goodbye.
Bray Wyatt and Undertaker. Come on now, people. They want me to get off. So thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Meet Us in the Ring. And we'll see you next Sunday.
Bye, guys.